everyone, I'm the Sports Wiz 101, and today I'll be giving you my predictions for Week 12 of the NFL season. So we'll predict all of these games set to take place this week here in Week 12. Take a look at the teams going on by. It's the Dolphins, Broncos, Chargers, and Commanders. Goodbye, we'll see you for next week. As for us, we're coming off of a 10-5 week, a step up from what we've been doing for sure, but still a bit weaker than what we'd like to see. So let's get started in the AFC. It'll be Thursday Night Football between the Bills and the Texans. It could be a good one. I do really want to pick Houston to win this game, thinking a bit about how Houston was able to defeat Buffalo in Houston last season. It was a close game. Texans won by a field goal in that one. So based off that recent history, I do want to take the Texans. However, I also have to take into account, first of all, CJ Stroud will not play in this one. It has been confirmed. It'll be Davis Mills at quarterback, which not ideal if you're Houston. But also, I don't think this Houston offense is really built to go up against this Bills defense. It's a defense that is prone to the other team's rushing attack. Houston is not a good rushing team, though. And with that in mind, I will take the Buffalo Bills to get this win. Then we'll see my Kansas City Chiefs as they will host the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts coming off a bye. Chiefs coming off of a very disappointing loss to the division rival Broncos. At this point, it seems as though the division may be out of reach for Kansas City. However, they can still make a run towards the wild card. That being said, they got to start piling up some wins, and this will be a tough one for them to win. Taking on the 8-2 Indianapolis Colts, one of the best records in the league, powered mostly by that rushing attack led by Jonathan Taylor. That being said, I do think the Chiefs could turn that into a non-factor. I truly believe they could do that. I've seen them do it before. They've gone to a game against a strong rushing attack. They've made that rushing attack a non-factor and basically dared the quarterback to beat them. Now, granted, I'm mostly thinking about the Eagles Super Bowls. Both Super Bowls against the Eagles, the Chiefs went in against a strong rushing attack, which turned out to be a non-factor. Now, of course, the Eagles still had good chances to win both of those games. In fact, they very decisively won one of those. I chalk that up to Jalen Hurts playing one of the best games of his professional career in both instances. Whereas with the Colts, the quarterback you're daring to have stop you is Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones is no Jalen Hurts. So while I do think that it would be difficult to make this Colts rushing attack a non-factor, I do believe Kansas City can do it. And if they do it, I think Kansas City comes out with the win. Moving on, it's the Patriots and the Bengals. Sounds like Jamar Chase will be suspended for this game, so no Chase. However, the Bengals could very well have Joe Burrow back at under center for them in this one. Against a Patriots defense that's been more susceptible against the pass than they have against the run, so that might favor the Bengals offense. However, I still can't trust that Cincinnati defense. I'll take New England to get this one. Next up will be my lock of the week. I'll take the Ravens. Doesn't really matter what the Jets have going on, especially not at quarterback. This is a Ravens team that's just playing some good ball right now. And it's a Ravens team I expect to dominate against this lackluster Jets team. Moving on, call the Tank Bowl. It's the Browns and the Raiders going at in Vegas. And in this one, I'll take the Raiders. They've at least shown an ability recently to move the ball on offense. And they've shown a decent ability at that. Whereas the Browns, sounds like it's going to be Shedeur Sanders under center. Would be his first start in the NFL. And there's certainly worse defenses to do it against than the Raiders. However, I'm still not that confident in that Browns offense. Maybe not that confident in the Raiders offense either, but I'm still more confident in the Raiders on that offensive side than I am in Cleveland. So yeah, I'll take Vegas. Then we have this interconference matchup, the Steelers and the Bears going at it in Chicago. Now, I should stress that this prediction could depend a lot on the health of one Aaron Rodgers. Suffered a wrist injury in the Steelers' win over the Bengals last Sunday. He will not need surgery, and he is pushing to get to play in this one. However, I'm still going to take the Bears regardless. A lot of it's based on that matchup on the offensive side. I do feel like the Bears' offensive line could be good enough to slow down the Steeler pass rush. If they can slow down the Steeler pass rush, that makes things a lot easier for Caleb Williams and company. They're able to move the ball against the Steeler defense, and they are able to win this game. Close one, but still a win for Chicago. Then we got a game that I, for one, expect to be a blowout. It's the Seahawks and the Titans. Give me Seattle. Yes, coming off of that heartbreaking loss to the Rams over at SoFi, they now have to go on the road over to Nashville. They should win this one fairly easily over a bad Titans team. Jaguars and Cardinals, we going at it. No Marvin Harrison Jr., no Kyler Murray. And I don't think, with that in mind, I don't think it's going to be a problem for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So yeah, give me Jacksonville to get the road win there. Vikings and Packers going at it at Lambeau. This one could get fairly interesting. One interesting part, though, for sure, I guess, is some uncertainty, especially regarding the status of Josh Jacobs. Jacobs, questionable going into this game. Will he be able to play? I can't say for certain at this time. However, I do think that Jordan Love and the Packers will still be able to find ways to move the ball through the air against this Viking defense. So yeah, I'll take Green Bay. Giants and Lions going at it in the Motor City. Detroit coming off of a bad offensive game. I think this is a rebound game against the Big Blue defense. They'll be black and blue by the time Detroit's done with them. Give me the Lions. Falcons and Saints going at it. New Orleans coming off a bye. And they get a Falcons team that's dealing with injuries. Michael Penix Jr. tore his ACL. He's out for the year, which means it's the return of Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins makes his return to the starting quarterback role for the Atlanta Falcons. And another note, he will be without his top receiver in Drake London. So this one, I feel like with the injuries the Falcons are dealing with could go either way. I feel like if they were both healthy, I'd take the Falcons in a heartbeat. But with the injuries the Falcons are dealing with, I feel like New Orleans is actually a team we can favor here. So yeah, I'll take the Saints to get the win at home over the Falcons. Eagles and Cowboys will go at it. Philly looks to be running away with the NFC East. You win this one, it becomes a near lock. If it's not a near lock already, that is. And I do think they get the win. That defense they have is just playing too good right now. The Cowboys defense should be a bit improved from the last time these two teams met back in week 1. But the Eagles defense, the far superior defense, will help the Eagles get the win here. Now we go to Sunday Night Football. It's the Buccaneers and the Rams going at it at SoFi. And at this point, it feels like the Rams are just a juggernaut that you can't really pick against, especially with the injuries Tampa's dealt with this year. So yeah, I'm taking the Rams to win this one over on Sunday night. Then we go to Monday Night Football. It's a weird selection for a game, you would think. It's a game between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. However, one thing to note, let me show you the standings real quick. The division standings, to be specific. The Panthers go in 6-5. They're going into the week a half game behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meaning, if Tampa loses on Sunday night, the Panthers would have the opportunity to move into first place in the NFC South. The only thing they need to do, defeat the San Francisco 49ers over in Santa Clara. Which the 49ers are not the team they were a couple of years ago. They're still a really good team. And they're a team that I'm still not sure the Panthers are quite ready for the caliber of that type of team. So yeah, I'll take the 49ers to get the win here. But there you go. There's my picks for Week 12 of the NFL season. If you like this, please like and subscribe for more to come in the following weeks. I've been the Sports Wiz 101. I will see you all later.